Okay, so can I get somebody to read off the first problem? Amber P, would you talk first? Oh, I can't read.
The school that Willie goes to is selling tickets to the annual talent show. On the first day of ticket sales, the school sold 12 senior citizen tickets and 6 child tickets for a total of $156. The school took in $210 on the second day by selling 6 senior citizen tickets and 14 child tickets. What is the price of each? Oh no. What is the price of each of 1 senior citizen ticket and 1 child ticket?
Okay, so often in that last sentence is your question and what you want to find. So we're going to find the price of a senior citizen ticket and then the price of a child ticket. So that's what we're going to define our variable. So the first thing you want to do is define your variable. I find a lot of times students didn't define their variable, so they get confused about what they made their variable. So I'm going to make X the price of a senior citizen ticket. Doesn't matter what letter you use. You could use S if you wanted to. And then I'm going to make Y the price of a child ticket. So, using this information, 12 seniors, 6 child is a total of 156. How might we set that up into an equation? I'm going to say this one is pretty straightforward. Should be. Yes.
That would be 12x plus y, or 6y.
Yes, so we just took the 12x plus 6y is 156. Because the seniors was listed first, so it's 12x plus 6y is 156. So now that Nick did the first sentence, can I get somebody else to do the next one? Thank you. Yes. Oops. So, how might we solve this? Did you see something like this before? Yeah. Yeah, so how do we solve it? When did we see this kind of thing? Yesterday. It's just like what we did yesterday. Tracy. So this one here, the second equation multiplied by -2. So usually the hardest part on these is figuring out why we did that for students. So we chose that one because we're looking at the numbers in front of the x's, and I can multiply 6 by 2 and -2 more specifically to get the opposite of 12x. I want to eliminate. Now I have to multiply everything by -2. And then I'm going to rewrite the first one below it. Wait. And then what are we going to do next? Wait. So I just rewrote this first one here, and then I took this one and multiplied it by a -2. So Trace, what do we do next? So we're going to add them, and then when we add them, they cancel. So you may want to get a calculator if you don't already have one. You may want to borrow one. So these cancel, and we get negative 22y equals 264. Wait, this doesn't feel right. It was right. Then we get y is 12. Are we done? No, we need to find out what x is. So how do we do that? Just like we did yesterday, which was Grace knows. Anybody else? Joaquin, what would we do to find our x value? Okay.
Yeah.
What do we do next?
We plug in 12 or what?
Yes. Either equation, doesn't matter which. And I'm going to go to the original one. I'm not going to go to the one that I multiplied by something. You could use the one you multiplied by something, but those are bigger numbers. So 12x plus 6 times 12 equals 156. So we get x is 7, and then it is a word problem. So we want to write our answer in words. So the 7, the x is 7 is 7. What are the units on that? 7 what? So it's the senior citizen, but it's 7 what? What are the units? Is it pennies? Is it dollars? Is it, yes, it's dollars. And we just get that from the word problem, the dollars in there. And then it's going to be $12 for the price of the child tickets. Okay, go ahead and do the U-try. You have a question? I know. And then if you borrow our calculator, just make sure you put it back. Do they both equal to 8? When you put it back, if you can put it back in the number that it belongs to. Oh, when it means. Calculators or word problems?
He knows. Wow, that's great.
And then make sure you turn in the one that was due yesterday.
Can I ask you a hypothetical situation? So let's say on Friday night, September 1st, around 3 a.m.
You can multiply the 60 by 12.
Oh.
And then so maybe
I'm going to practice with that.
Oh. What? Yes.
He can do my homework. Yeah, just answer this.
what are you doing? I already knew the answers now. He told me.
I thought you would know that. I thought you would know that.
Yeah, but I wasn't here.
Oh.
Yeah.
So let's continue the hypothetical. Let's say 3:30 a.m.
And also, someone might Thanks so much.
I'm not walking like 3 hours home. In the middle of the night. It's a bit far.
It's a little far.
Yeah. It's like
Okay, so your answer is up here. Any questions on that? So there's more than one way you can solve that, but you still get the same answer either way that you solved it. So this one is a little simpler than the next one. The next one's going to be a little harder.
Unless
You guys still looking at this?
I'll ask.
Well, some of the wrestling guys and
That's a lot.
yeah,
Okay, on to the next one. A plane traveled 450 miles each way to Cairo and back. The trip there was with the wind. It took 5 hours. The trip back was into the wind. The trip back took 15 hours. Find the speed of the plane in still air and the speed of the wind. So that last sentence again is what we want to find. So x is the speed of the plane. And we can make y the speed of the wind. We can do w, whatever you want to do. So this one's different. We're going to have to use a formula. You guys have any idea what formula we're going to have to use here? A distance formula. Good. Yes. So we've got distance of 450. We've got a rate, speed, and we've got time. So distance, and what is the distance formula? Anybody remember? Distance equals rate times time. So you're going to use that formula. Okay, so we're going to make a table. And in our table, we're going to have distance, rate, and time. And then we've got two different ways we're approaching it. We're going there, and then we're going back. So what is the distance there? What does this problem say? 450, yep. What's the distance back? Also 450. And so the speed, we're going to have to do something with that x and the y. So it says the trip there is with the wind. So what are we going to do with that x and the y? Does the wind make it faster or slower when it's with the wind? Makes it faster. So we're going to add the x plus the y. Does that make sense? When you're going with the wind, that makes you go faster. So you add that speed of that wind to the regular speed. So then on the way back, since it's into the wind, it would be x minus y. And then the time on the way there is 5 hours, and the way back 16. Quite a bit. 15. Thank you. So we are using this formula. So we're using this formula, distance equals rate times time. So my distance equals rate times time. So my distance is 450. And I'm setting it equal to the rate, which in this case is x plus y, times the time, which is 5. So in my next equation, again, I set it 450 equal to, this time x minus y times 15. So what might we do next to simplify that so it looks more like the ones that we did before? Yes, we want to distribute. So we're going to distribute the 5. We get 450 is 5x plus 5y. And then we'll distribute the 15. 450 is 15x minus 15y. So now that looks a lot like what we did before. So what would we do? So one equation to be able to get them to cancel. So we could focus on this is already negative, so we could multiply this equation by 3. So what you said is fine, though, too. So multiplying this by 3 works. Or if you had wanted to multiply it by -3 to get rid of the x's, that would be okay too. So 450 times 3, 1350 equals 15x plus 15y. Just distributing that 3 there. Does that make sense? And then what do we do next? These are so good. You're just working on it on your own. I love that. Can somebody tell me what we do next? So we're just going to do what to these two sets of two equations? Sean, do you know what to do? Yes, that's right. Add them. So we get 1800 is 30x, and the y's cancel. Divide by 30. And x is 60. So just like before, we want to take this 60, substitute it into either one of the original equations, so we can use either one of these two red equations here. Like this one or this one. And then let's use the 450. Why is that not letting me do that? There we go. 450 is equal to 5 times 60 plus 5y, and then solve for y. And we get 150 equals 5y. And y is 30. So putting units on the answer. You are in Algebra 2 now. I expect you to put units. So 60, the speed of the plane. It's the plane speed. And then the 30 miles per hour. Does that make sense? Miles per hour? Sorry, I should have talked about that. We're going to get the speed is usually miles per hour, feet per second, kilometers it could be per, but it's always speed, distance over time. And then that is the wind speed.